Good people of YouTube, I'm the Watch Idiot, and today it's a bit different because we're talking about the main question that keeps us watch nerds up at night weeks before going out for vacation or on holiday. And it's not, will my flights be on time or have I packed everything and whatnot. It's which watch or watches am I gonna take with me? And of course, there are a bunch of different considerations when deciding, and that's what's been going on in my head for months because I've been planning on visiting my cousin in LA for a long time now, and we're just about finalizing the date. It'll be this month or next month. And yeah, which watch I'll be taking has been running in the back of my mind, and the combination of watches has changed so many times. So in this video, I'm gonna get into the different factors that play into my vacation watch roll decision process, like, weather, activities, safety, and then I'm gonna get into what I think, at this point at least, will be the final 4 watches that will go, 1 on the wrist and 3 in the roll. So yeah, and I say I think because, anything can just change like that. So, and also there's one notable omission that I think will surprise you quite a bit because it is pretty glaring. So the first thing that goes through my mind is, what am I going to be doing on said trip? Because obviously if I'm going for a wedding or something very specifically formal, then I need to bring an extra watch for a suit and whatnot, because I will never wear a dive watch with a suit despite my very intense love for divers. It's just not gonna happen. So yeah, other than that, I pretty much wear whatever I feel like wearing in terms of watches on any given day. But for this LA trip, it's gonna be a little bit more chill, just hanging out, just going out to eat every once in a while. But there will also be a trip, to the mountains, the canyons, maybe Death Valley, Sequoia National Park. If you guys have any suggestions for scenic things to do in LA, let me know. Also, another consideration for me is the weather of the final destination, because if it's gonna be full-on winter, then I would be more okay with wearing bracelet watches without extensions. But if it's gonna be hot and I know that I'll be out and about and my wrist is gonna be expanding and contracting, then I'll go for something a lot more flexible in terms of sizing, and it'll probably be a rubber strap. But the main consideration is safety, and that goes for safety while traveling and also at the destination. And actually, since I'm going to LA, I specifically want to wear more low-key watches that won't draw any attention given the rise in watch and jewelry related crimes over there. Are the chances of something happening low, all things considered? Yeah, sure, but in the end, I don't even want to deal with the potential of something happening, because yeah, that would easily ruin the trip and that city for that matter. Oh, and the final thing is that I mainly want to travel with watches that I know will be keepers, because I want to form those memories from that trip with a watch that I'm actually going to keep. And then also that I wouldn't also mind getting scratched up, because you're opening stuff, rummaging through luggage and all that kind of stuff. So ideally, I would have only taken 1 watch because, that's what I dream of doing, especially for longer trips. And in many situations, it would be possible. But for LA, given that it's a bit more of a chill trip and up to 2 weeks, yeah, I'm gonna take more than 1. And so the Pelagos will obviously undoubtedly be joining me, and yeah, because this watch has quite a bit of sentimental value because of just how much I love it, and it's probably my ultimate keeper. And yeah, it's also just such a capable watch that I want to take places and get some scratches on it, just to, for it to live up its life a little bit more. And also because I'm also just basically incapable of scratching watches, because subconsciously, always I know where my watches are in relation to everything else. And also, if I know in the back of my mind that I might be selling the watch, then it takes over a little bit more and I'm more aware, I guess. But yeah, the way that it looks right now is after 5.5 years of trying to scratch it up. So yeah, hopefully after this trip, it'll look a little bit more lived in. So the next watch that I'll be taking is my Seiko SPB 313 Slim Turtle. And yeah, this locked in its place pretty easily. And actually, I was really tempted to make this my 1 watch for the trip just because I love it so much. But I just couldn't possibly do that to the Pelagos, considering how special the Pelagos is. But anyways, the Slim Turtle can be the only watch because it's small and versatile, and it's super easy to take the bracelet off and wear it with a NATO or any other strap should the situation present itself. And then also it can be dressed up little bit easy, well, kind of dressed up, a little bit easier than the Pelagos, that's for sure. And for travel, it's nice, slim, and comfortable. I mean, just it wouldn't get in the way of any backpacks or just like stuffing my hand into like my carry-on and whatnot. But beyond that, like I said, I just love this watch so much. So yeah, I don't want to be away from it for very long. So next up is the Seiko SSK 001 GMT, because this is my first trip out of the East Coast into a different time zone. So obviously I want to travel with a GMT watch, but also, I mean, despite wearing my Slim Turtle so much and then now my Ice Diver over here, the SSK, every single time I see it, I'm just in awe of how good it looks. And also whenever I put it on the wrist, I'm just in awe of how comfortable it is, mainly due to the beads of rice bracelet from Strapcode. And by the way, if you're interested in it, I put a link in the description if you want it. But yeah, in the end, it's just yet another watch that I can wear in pretty much any situation I find myself in. And the final watch in the watch roll is gonna be the Apple Watch Ultra, as it turns out. And yeah, I mean, just the utility and the practicality of this watch is undeniable, no matter what you want to say. But no matter how practical it is and how useful it is, if it didn't look good and feel really comfortable, like unbelievably comfortable on my wrist, I just wouldn't wear it. And this watch is both super comfortable and also just really striking when you see it. So yeah, check out the video that I did if you want more information on that. But yeah, that, like I just said, like the rubber strap is unbelievably comfortable and so malleable. I just wish it was a strap that I could use on my other watches. But yeah, during the trip, I'll probably only wear this a couple times during more intense activities, like if it's like snow sports or physical, I don't know what it could possibly be, but places where, in situations where there could actually be damage possible. So yeah, also I want to try out the backtracking feature while on some trails, because why not? So you might have noticed that, yeah, the Black Bay Pro isn't on this list, and I was pretty surprised at myself at first. I mean, it's an incredible watch, there's no doubt about that. I've talked about it at length, and check those videos out if you want. On paper, it pretty much fits the bill for everything that I would want to do on this trip. You know, first off, I'm traveling across time zones, which means I'll actually be able to use the Flyer GMT function, and then also I'll be able to go into the canyons and mountains to explore the seemingly unlimited selection of different natural wonders of the West Coast. And then also, it's just a super comfortable watch that's going to be perfect for, you know, all the rigors of traveling, and it can be pretty much worn with in every single situation that I would find myself in. And to be honest, I mean, the Black Bay Pro was right up there on the list earlier on to take with me on this trip, possibly as my only watch. But actually, the main reason why it's not coming is because it actually might potentially be up for sale soon. And yeah, I just don't want to attach unnecessarily, you know, attach specific good memories with it, and it would just make it harder to sell than it already would be without those memories. And the fact that I'm even talking about selling the Black Bay Pro might sound crazy to those who've been with the channel for a while, because it's a watch that, like I said, I absolutely love. But I have to be specific in saying that I won't be selling it, you know, just because I don't wear it or just because, you know, I want to sell it or whatever it is. It will be for a specific watch, and I'll get into the details of all that stuff later on, especially if I do end up selling it. And also, I want to include some honorable mentions, because like I said, the watches I chose changed so many times, and the main one was the Zodiac Sherbet GMT, because, you know, initially I wanted to take this because obviously it's a GMT and it just looks so summery and sunny with the white dial and orange accents, and it just felt so right for LA, honestly, right? And at this point, I still might take it. I mean, the more I see it, the more I want to take it. And then obviously my new Willard Ice Diver, the SPB 265, and yeah, I'm still honeymooning with it, and I'm loving it so much, and I'm loving it more each and every day. But like I said, I don't want to scratch it up or pretend and, you know, give it unnecessarily, you know, sentimental attachments, you know, just in case if from a month from now I'm like, you know, God, I just hate this watch and I need to get rid of it right now. But unlikely to happen, but still don't want to risk it. So yeah, there you have it. Let's see if these 4 watches sticks until my actual trip. But because anything can happen, given how much I love this ice diver, I really want to take it. But let's see what happens. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you guys would take on this trip and what your thought process is. And as always, hit that like button and the subscribe button for more videos to come. And yeah, until the next video, good day.